Alright, so I'm gonna show all of you the process of making these brass tags, these laser etch tags. I'm gonna start putting on my larger woodworking projects. Instead of just laser engraving the wood, which is still really nice, it looks really good. I want to take it up a step further and etch some brass tags. So right here is the etching spray that I have to use on the brass because I don't have a fiber laser. Fiber lasers you can etch just directly into the metal. I have CO2 lasers, so I have a 60 watt and a 100 watt. My 100 watts down right now, so today we'll be using my 60 watt laser. Initially I'm putting just a couple coats onto the tag. The back of the can calls for 1 mil. Now don't be mistaken, 1 mil is not the same as 1 millimeter. 1 mil is extremely small, so and honestly 2 coats really isn't enough, but you'll see it, and you'll see here shortly my reasoning behind just doing 2 coats initially. So here, if I were to be mass producing these, I'd make a jig for them and have a whole bunch in there at one time, but I'm just doing one at a time for now. So I'm just getting it taped in place and getting it centered. And so here, this is the actual speed of the laser too. I can't remember the settings I got on here right now, but when you look closely, you can kind of see the etching compound chipping away as it's engraving. And this is the issue I've ran into with it, to where it doesn't even matter how many coats I initially put on it, it just would chip away. So this is why I only started with 2 coats of the etching compound. Now after it is done in etching here, you'll see that the letters aren't engraved fully where in the middle lettering where it says Woodworks. You can kind of see how it's dead at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my can of etching compound, and I'm just going to spray it directly as it's sitting in the laser. This doesn't hurt the laser head, it's just like kind of like a powder. It's not like a spray paint like it looks. So you can really just take like a rag with some water or whatever and just wipe it down. It ain't gonna hurt anything. Now this is the 4th tag I've made, and this is the process that I found out that works the most efficient for me and my setup. It's kind of sloppy looking, but you know what, it works. So I'm gonna run one more pass on this. It's gonna do the line, and then it's gonna do the fill. So the line etching would be the saw blade, and then the horizontal lines, and then the fill is going to be the lettering. And now you can tell it filled those letters a lot better. It looks kind of smudgy and kind of messy, but that's just the name of the game with this etching compound. A fiber laser, man, it'd be the way to go, but I'm just not going to fork the money out for one right now. So it looks a little bit sloppy, but we'll get that cleaned up. Alright, so here is the cleaning process. I just had some acetone set next to me. You know, like I said, you could really just dip this in like a bowl of water, soapy water, and a rag, and just kind of wipe it off. I just grabbed what I had next to me just to kind of wipe it down. See how well it's cleaning up. It really gets down in there and gets all that etching compound out of there. And it's like a real powder. You can kind of see on my fingertips. It's real powdery. And the heat from the laser also kind of warped the metal. It's just such a thin brass that there's really no way around it. You just kind of bend it back into place. And then my process for mounting it is going to be to drill holes on the ends, and then I'll have little brass nails that will nailed into the project. And it's the small things like this that just really add on, you know, to the project you're doing for a customer. And this is what I like to do. So it just tops it off. It really shows the pride that I take into my work.